It's time for TSM, Truth Syndrome Monday. Today, out of curiosity, we are asking, what's the most embarrassing thing that has happened to you in public?
Okay, so the one that comes to mind was, I think I went for an event and my friend was supposed to be there. And I got there early. So I mingled with the crowd and everything. And then I just saw this girl that looked like my friend from behind. I know my friend's hair. So I knew that she had that hair and she loved that hair. That period was when she was wearing that particular wig. So I thought she was the one because it's the same way she dresses. So I just went from behind and hugged the person. And the person like, excuse me, can I help you? I was embarrassed, but I just covered on it. Oh, sorry, you look like my friend. She was like, oh, okay, don't worry, you're pretty. That was what saved me. That she's not a crazy person. I was like, ah! I was so like, oh my God. When my friend came, I took her to look for the girl and I introduced them that see your look alike from behind. Like they look alike, they have the same fashion sense, wore the same type of wig that day. If it wasn't for the fact that that lady wasn't a crazy person, it would have been extremely embarrassing in public. Ha!
Interesting, interesting.
Wahala.
My own is a bit serious. I passed out in public. Yes, and I think till today, that's one of my pet peeves because you don't have control over whatever thing is happening at that point.
Yeah.
And the fact that it seemed everybody who was not even there had already heard what happened while I was still there, you know. So you know how news will go fast and all of those things. It's one thing that I would say that that's like the most embarrassing thing that has happened to me in this life. Like, how can you be in public and you don't even want to be somewhere that you would not have control of whatever thing is happening to you?
True.
I really do not like to remember it, but that's my own.
I totally understand how you feel because I still have evidence of my own. I was taking pictures and I didn't know I was collapsing. And it's a very terrible thing to happen. But at the end of the day, we thank God for life and for everything. And that's our truth, guys. After this break, we would also love to hear from you watching as the phone lines will be open. We'll also be checking your messages on our Facebook. And we are at TVC Connect on X, at TVC Entertainment on Facebook, using the popular hashtag It's Splash on TVC. We were out for an event recently and we caught up with some of your faves. Let's check out their reaction to our question.
TSM, it's Truth Syndrome Monday.
I was slapped in a bus before I started driving. Before I had a car, I was disturbing the guy that was selling. If you're something, if you get infection, so I'm thinking that, oh, this is too messy. Guy slapped me at Oshodi.
Most embarrassing thing that has happened to me in public, I actually put on my body.
They actually sprayed me huge money, you get, and I didn't want to drop my steez. So my mind was like, should I leave this money? But me seeing someone coming close, I forget steez, oh, I pick him.
When your trouser just rips from the back, and you're trying to just, package you get to, you see an aboki by the roadside that can at least, and you have to remove the trouser by the roadside with your shorts. I mean, about that, yeah.
I was in high school and I was playing soccer and I had this braided wig on my head and I now tried to head the ball and my wig like fell off and this was abroad. So the Igbo people were like, oh my God, are you okay? Anywho, so that was that. That never happened again, by the way.
I think farted.
The most embarrassing thing is just happened now when I was addressed her and him. I was asking the lady, am I a cross-dresser? Am I Bobrisky? Because she said tag her and then tag him. Everything was referring to me, so I couldn't understand why she could call me her and him. Is that not embarrassing?
I think the slit of my gown got torn in church, and to God be the glory, I don't go to church without scarf. So I make sure I had to pull my scarf to tie my dress, and it didn't hold me from dancing in the church. So one of the embarrassing things and I thank God it happened in the house of the Lord, and He covered my shame, so I'm okay.
I gave somebody a free VIP ticket to come to my show, and the lady asked me for transport after giving her a VIP ticket to come to attend the show. Say, Tom, no, give me transport. I said for waiting. I said, man, VIP ticket at 3,000, I'll give you so. So you don't get transport, come my show. So I was embarrassed. Say, people know they civilize for this.
Okay, it was on stage. I think I was in a comedy club. I was in a lounge doing comedy, and a girl was drunk. So the girl was drunk. So obviously I was just playing around their table. The girl who felt like illiterate just poured drink for my face. It was very embarrassing.
Growing up, I never got the chance to ask. In fact, I told myself I will not ask any girl out because I don't want any girl to tell me no. So till this date, till I got married, I'm not toast any girl. In fact, if you can show this, now my wife toast me and I'm married. No be bad thing.
Do you know that I carried bottled water, I went to buy pure water outside and poured. At the end of the day, she noticed that I'm not that buoyant. Instead of her to dance with me, she was dancing with someone else. That's not even my problem. It was when I was going home. I gave her everything I had with me, and I was at Ojoleba, and I was going to Yakbaja then. I had to beg a conductor. And he asked me to sit behind the bus. And you know, for that gun, the engine is not in front, it's at the back. I sat on the engine, hot. And I was about 3 bus stops to my bus stop, I could see. But because I was tired, it was an overnight comedy show. I slept off. When I woke up, I saw myself in Songo.
TSM, it's Truth Syndrome Monday.
If we were given a trophy, I will give it to that last guy.
Because it be like double wahala for everybody and the owner of the, because what?
First, you gave out your money. Then you begged to enter bus 2.
What
category? You now pass your bus stop 3.
What category are we going to put this love story, lover boy?
Honey pots, me, I don't even know. I did juncture.
All right. So, thank you so much, guys, for staying here with us. In case you're just tuning in, it is Truth Syndrome Monday, and we are asking the question, what's the most embarrassing thing that has happened to you in public?
Yep.
So we've got a lot of messages. What message do you
have? I have messages on X, and Callie Parker says, good day, gang. As for me, Mr. Callie, the most embarrassing thing that has happened to me in public was when my cousin was shouting at me not to wear his clothes again on the street, or else it will beat me up.
Why you
that
said
time, I was
clothes?
staying with them then, this life. But why are you wearing someone's clothes without permission? If you want to beg.
You see, it's your Kati that is saying that to you.
Yeah, no, see, it's a normal thing. See, no matter who you are, I will tell you, don't carry somebody's property without asking. Moving on, the beautiful Tida says, this happened to me in secondary school. I'm looking at you. We just finished girls' talk class, and they taught us how to wear sanitary towels. Okay. I used mine, tissue, and headed to the football pitch. As I was bowling, the tissue dropped. Mama, I just look away sharp. So she did sojinu. To me she.
I am so sorry about that.
But at least now she can laugh about it.
Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh.
I can't imagine how she would have felt back then.
Oh my gosh. Ha! Oh wow.
Ajibade Kabor says, most embarrassing moment in public is my old school mate. Shout out to my school nickname inside transport. I just ignored his ailings and eyes. Also, he saw his old school mate shouting out to him. His nickname, they called him in school. He didn't even say it. I'm sure it's so embarrassing. That's why I can't even put it there. He said he just did Sojino.
All right, so on Facebook, I've got Faith Simi Chuang, who says, I was leaning on a car, then I stood up to greet someone, then I tried leaning back, but the car was gone, so I fell on the ground. It was my sign out day. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. That was an accident.
Scene.
I am so sorry about that. Michelle Olujimi here says, crashing down in front of my crush. The teacher said someone else should call him, but my oversabi no do. I said I was going to call him, and boom, I hit a stone and fell before his friends and him. They laughed at me, but he rose and washed my bleeding foot for me. We became very close later. Okay, so did you end up... that's sounding like some K-drama. Like, you know...
you know,
Yeah.
love a friend. Oh,
Like what's happening there? So yeah, we have other messages here. Precious Ayomide here says, I wore a white skirt to church and didn't expect that my period was gonna come that day. I stood up for prayer and a lady dragged me back to the seat. Thank God for my dad who got me a wrapper from the ushers. Now wow. Emeka Osuji here says, I was taking my bath in a face me, I face you bathroom. Suddenly my slippers caught. Oh my God. And beside the floor of the compound is nothing to write home about. I stood for over 30 minutes thinking of what to do. All right, Rahmat Abdullahi Mimi here says, I went for a date with someone that I met on Instagram, and that was the first day of seeing each other. Now, so my shoe caught too.
Hey, okay, so we have a caller on the line. We have Deborah all the way from Lagos. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon.
Hi, good
Deborah.
afternoon. So do you want to share your most embarrassing moment in public with us?
Okay, yes, but firstly, promise me you will laugh.
We'll try not to. We can't promise.
Okay.
So let's have
Sunday,
it.
I was putting on wig. So fortunately for me, I never knew we were going to wash our hair. It was like this water and salt stuff, so we were supposed to wash our head. I was so embarrassed to pull my wig. So the lady that was there, I told her to just like use the water to touch my head. The next thing, my mother came outside, pulled off the wig. Oh my God, I felt like fainting.
No, I'm not going to laugh.
You promised me you will laugh.
No, we didn't promise. We said we'll try.
Catherine.
No, I was shrieking. I wasn't laughing. It's one thing to laugh. It's another thing to shriek. I said, ah, ah. That was shrieking. My darling, I'm sorry.
Thank you for
You know, she's
sharing
an
that.
African mother. Thank you for calling, okay?
Thank you. All right, so we've got Ramat Abdullahi Mimi. Okay, I think I read that one, that Ashu caught. King Promise here says, when I was seeking for a job, I was told to barb my hair because it was full. Oh. How?
So, you know, there are some places that if you're going to work there, they have dress code.
Yes, they do.
Yes,
yeah.
so I'm sure it's one of those places.
Farouk Mo here says, my dad giving me serious scolding on the road. And somebody is responding to that saying that as in, that means that person can relate.
So,
Stella here says, my pad shifted while I was running. I'm so sorry. Like, this story of pad now, wow.
Let me just bring you back to X. And I think Tommy, your G, he's a specialist. He has 2 different stories.
Okay.
So the first one, he says, the most embarrassing thing that's happened to me in public was when I was trying to open a drink, not knowing the person who brought the drink had already shaken it. Immediately I opened it, it spilled all over me.
Oh my God.
Another one was when I brought my dad's shoe to work. Then I was running. The shoe removed from my leg because it was packed. Like, he packed things in it. I sure went to pack my shape and looked down till I passed the side it happened. Sorry about that.
I am so sorry about that.
It's a bit funny,
like
but
some
sorry.
Embarrassing stuff. But in this life, I don't think that there is anybody who has never been embarrassed before.
At all.
Yes. Mary Queen here says, so I went to the lecture hall late. Lecturer locks the door. Somehow, I managed to enter without being noticed by the lecturer. Just for me to sit down, chair 4. The chair even sounded louder than normal days. Well, now, for my head lecture end that day. Okay, so the lecturer did not even hear at first. So because of the chair, that now fell. So it was what made the lecturer notice. Interesting.
Okay, so Aloma says, most embarrassing thing I experienced was falling in a gutter. God, I beg. Wow. I hope he didn't sustain injuries.
I'm so sorry about that.
Agon Justice says, I know if you forget last year at a wedding reception in Ogbomosho. As them just served me pounded yam with a 4-roll, we get enough oil inside. Now so the plate just break. Everything pour for my white cloth where I wear. Everybody inside the car just, inside the hall, just they shout, ha, ha, ha. I want mad. On his white outfit.
I am so sorry. So we've got, like,
sorry
we've got
about
a lot
that.
here.
That's so embarrassing.
Okay, so we have a caller from Abuja. Hello?
Yes, we do.
Hi, good afternoon.
Hi,
Victory.
Hi, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon.
I just want to share my own embarrassing moment. It actually happened recently, and whenever I remember the incident, I can't even describe how I'm feeling right now. I'm talking about it again.
Wow.
It happened that I was on admission. I fell sick. I was on admission for a few days at the hospital. So the day I got discharged, I was trying to get a cab from my boss, but I couldn't get one. So one man suggested I should, since the hospital was just supposed to for a government office, so I should just go there and enter the transport station for the office just to bus. So I got there. I met a woman. I explained to her, okay, like, please, I just got discharged from the hospital. That can I get a spot because I'm not a child. She was like, okay, no problem. I should come in. I got into the bus and we started the journey. You won't believe it that right there on the spot, my period came, and it came with a rush. Like I was soaked. I couldn't get up. I just couldn't explain how the whole thing. In fact, I'm ashamed of myself right now talking about it again.
I am so sorry about that.
Yeah.
When I got to my bus stop, you understand, I came down, paid my fare. I couldn't look back.
I am so sorry about that.
Luckily for me, the women there, they were like, the woman after was like, I overheard her saying, no, so sorry. Maybe she had a miscarriage. She just coming from the hospital and this and that. So they at the bus stop. The women in the bus came down. They cleaned out the old place. They were there for like 10 minutes because I had to eat somewhere. Looking, watching them from far.
We're sorry you had to go through that.
Wow, we're so sorry you had to go through that. That just reminded me. That's it. It just reminded me of my friend who just got new furniture in his house, white, and this lady came to his house.
We know the rest of the story already.
I'm sorry.
Yes, and that's all we can take on the show today. We want to say thank you guys so much for tuning into the show. It's been an amazing one. And we are signing out with a brand new video right here for you. As you know, we always bring you the latest and brand new videos. Yes, we did the show with Anish Money in the building and myself, Lady Cat, a real hotness. Bye for now. We leave you with Steve by TV.